What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of First Eps. Very excited about this one. We watched the first episode of the reboot of Legends of the Hidden Temple, the new CW show.
Classic.
We've been really excited to talk about Nickelodeon games and sports for like 6 months now. So this is it. Buckle up, folks.
Tonight it is, people.
My name is Eric.
Oh, and I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. All right, we are back, ready to talk about a brand new show. It's on the CW, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I was just looking at your notes. I can't believe how many notes you've taken on this show.
There's a lot of notes. This is not your old Nickelodeon Legends of the Hidden Temple. This was very important.
A lot of nuance.
Now, we've talked about this for, I don't know. So the show was announced not too long ago, but we've probably talked about this for like 20 years. Yeah. Like, someone needs to reboot these Nickelodeon shows.
Oh my God. Yes.
They finally listened to us.
Ooh, the CW. I didn't see the CW being the channel to bring it to us.
Well, I've been writing to the CW for 16 years. I write a letter a day and I say, please bring back any of the Nickelodeon game shows.
Yep, and bring back Shannon Doherty as the host.
And look what we have.
Half of it.
Yeah, half of it.
Yeah.
We have Legends of the Hidden Temple, the brand new series. Now, it's different from the old Legends of the Hidden Temple. Now, if you're not familiar, it was a Nickelodeon game show where there were teams of kids trying to go through and win money and prizes.
I wanted to be on so bad. This is one of the ones I really wanted to get onto.
Yeah, and it's got like a theme. And it changes all the time.
Yeah.
So, sometimes it's Mayan or Greek, or it tells stories about like gods. And Olmec is this powerful rock person, and he leads the whole expedition. So this show continues that tradition. Now the only difference is that they're adults.
They're adults, yeah.
They have to go through this.
It's kind of like a Big Brother, if you're familiar with Big Brother.
Yeah, Big Brother, Survivor, any of those reality shows where they have to do things.
Ridiculous challenges. Well,
yes.
Here we are.
This show was the king of ridiculous challenges, and we'll talk about them. But so it starts right off with Olmec. The guy's voice is back. D. Baker.
It's the same guy?
Same guy.
I was wondering that.
Played Olmec. And this
is it the same animatronic figure?
Probably. Yeah. There can't be more than one.
You're right.
And there's 4 teams, and they're vying for a grand prize of $25,000.
Yeah, which is not bad for, 40 minutes.
Not bad for whatever this was.
Yeah.
I don't know. After watching the first episode, I don't know if I'd do it, but I could be persuaded. We meet the host, Cristela Alonso.
Okay. Yeah.
This was her big break.
Yeah, you know what? And she wore those shorts. I have to tell you, that was not my favorite choice in terms of the outfits.
Yeah, whoever dressed her should be kicked out of Hollywood.
Is that where's the film? Do you know?
Who knows?
Okay.
Dude. Maybe like I don't know, some backwater.
I was wondering
town.
if it looked like the same setting that they filmed like Wipeout on. They just took down that studio and popped this on the hills of California somewhere.
You're probably right.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, our host this was her big break, and she fucking blew it. She's talking, she's having a conversation with Olmec, and it's the most. Now the writing didn't help. It was the most cringy shit ever, and I was just like, ugh. All right, let's move this along. Let's get to the action.
She's smiling with things that aren't really funny. She's just trying to put it on for the
over
camera.
the top. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough to watch. Yeah. Sorry, Cristela.
She seems like a lovely person, but I don't know if this is the right match for her.
Yeah. This is. It's not that good. We learned that this is going to be a Mayan-themed episode.
Are they all Mayan-themed? Did it change? Really?
I think, from my research, I found that it does change depending on the legend. Now, this legend was a Mayan legend.
That makes sense. The legend of the Hidden Temple. So the Hidden Temple changes according to the legend. Okay.
Yes. So we meet our 4 teams. We got the Blue Barracudas. They're like a couple of frat boys.
Right, I forgot about them.
The Green Monkeys, a couple of sorority girls.
Oh, yeah, living their best life.
The Red Jaguars, a couple of cheerleaders.
Yep.
And the Purple Parrots, a couple of metal dudes. So those are our 4 teams.
Purple Parrots! They did it over and over again.
They're metal.
Yeah. Metal! Okay.
And then we get an animation.
Oh yeah,
telling us the instructions of the thing and the legend and the story. And it was so long. It just kept going and going. And I stopped paying attention after the first minute. I'm like, oh, dude, all I wanted to see was the fun events.
Yeah.
I don't care about the brothers and the Hunapoo.
Xbalanque and the other god of some sort. They were trying to trick gods, and they told us the whole story about that. Yeah. You don't have that detail written down in all this
No, I put, what did I put? I put Hunapoo, who gives a shit?
That was the ball. There was some ball they had.
Yeah, the puck ball.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Who cares? So then we get to the action. Now the first one,
we just want to see the foam, the spit, the clawing. We want to see
the sport of it all.
Yeah. The blood.
The first trial is the Moat. Now, this is the same. They carried over the same from the previous iteration to this, except they're grander. They're more extreme. So in this case, the Moat was they had to swim out on this raft and use a slingshot to knock something down, and then find words that make up the word poison that are just like floating Gatorade bottles. And then they have to take these half-drank Gatorade bottles and bring them in and pour them on a wooden sculpture, like they're in a rap video.
And then knock the sculpture off because it got poisoned, and then hit the buzzer.
It was ridiculous. It wasn't until they were halfway through it that I realized that it was a reenactment of what the legend was talking about. We have to pour poison on the dragon and stuff like that.
Yeah. But they couldn't even create something that looked at all Mayan. They literally took juice bottles that were stripped.
They just took the label off of them.
Stripped of their labels, and they wrote on it in shitty magic marker, POISON on a separate one. You had to find the match to put them together.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest thing.
It was awful.
I had no idea what was going on, and it took the people about 20 minutes to do this challenge.
So
and I'm
long.
how hard is it to find POI and SON together? I didn't get it.
Yep. So the last team on there got eliminated.
They didn't get it either.
Obviously.
The frat boys out of here. Spoiler, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
He told me not to give away, so that's the last spoiler. Sorry, boys. Everybody else, you're in the running.
Yeah. So you can enjoy and see who sticks around.
Yep.
The next thing they go to is the next challenge is the Steps of Knowledge.
Oh,
now this one. 3 teams up against each other. Olmec tells another way too long story. That I don't give a shit about.
Me neither. We would have been eliminated at this round.
Immediately.
Because I completely stopped paying attention, and then I realized they were asking questions about the story.
Exactly.
And I thought they were just going to tell us some instructions afterwards, and I could just gloss over the story. Well, I didn't know any of the answers.
Yeah.
They were tough answers. It wasn't
Yeah, you really had to pay attention.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that was the whole point of it, where they're like, okay, you have to pay attention.
Did they tell you that, though?
I think
they didn't tell me that beforehand.
I think that's the whole premise.
They were Christina would tell us that?
Yeah, you just don't listen.
I don't listen.
No, I tuned out, but at least I started listening.
Yeah.
You were already
gone. Oh, yeah. No.
So another team gets booted out, except this team gets a consolation prize.
Which I was genuinely excited about. I laughed out loud. They got a picnic cooler.
Yep.
They got looked like a beach bag.
Yep. Some sort of I don't know, a net for something. I don't know what it was.
Maybe a backpack too.
Yeah. It was all emblazoned with the Legends of the Hidden Temple logo.
So when this Team X is on the beach, people are gonna be very jealous.
Exactly. Where'd you get that sweet cooler?
Legends of the Hidden Temple, dude.
Exactly.
Yep.
Next up, we go to the Temple Games.
Ooh, this is when it really got tough.
It got good. Mm-hmm. You got 2 teams against each other. You have to get 2 pendants.
Pendants of life.
And so they start to explain the thing that they have to do, and it was like a joke. They just keep going 100 things, and then you have to roll up this hill, and then you go to this.
And then go down to the skulls of doom.
It just kept coming and the whole time. And they're the worst games on top of it. So at first they had to take these sticks and knock down these balls and scoop them into the thing. And then they had to get into a tube and roll down the tube.
Like a giant.
And then throw boxes through a circle. I don't know. It was the worst. Some team of interns is just that might work.
I like it.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. So it was not. I mean, it was enjoyable to kind of laugh at it, but it was like there was no sense about any of it. It was just all like thrown together. But then again, it was like supposed to like have everything in this had a story to it.
I mean,
but it was so
was
ham-fisted into the explanation. It was like there's blocks and like now you have to go bury the ham, and I'm like, what?
It's about fireflies, right? Or is that later on?
Yes, yeah, the fireflies with the sticks.
Yeah, and then like the guy was smoking the things looked like a giant like.
Yeah, like big blunts.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. I don't know what was happening.
So they do that whole big obstacle course, and then we go to the next event, and it's an entirely new giant obstacle course with 100 things. Because
they dress in the cheetah outfit.
Yeah, well, they had to like break the tie. So then the other team got it.
Right.
So then we got to go to another tiebreaker, which like I stopped paying attention for like 1 minute and I missed it.
And you're like, wait. What happened to the other team? How come this team won? I'm like, dude, there was just a question. They just answered it.
He just said there was one shitty question.
There was one shitty question. Which, to be honest, I don't remember what it was either. But one team made it through to what we all showed up for. We've been waiting 20 years for this.
Yes.
Finally, the temple opens and we start the games. Mm-hmm. Whew, so did it live up to your expectations, your hype, when they were actually in there?
Yeah. Oh, before we do that, I just want to talk about the other team's consolation prize. They got an electric scooter, guys.
Yes.
So
2 of them.
Well, they
didn't just play one.
Share one. Yeah, bad, bro.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Which I was okay with. I'd be okay with any of these prizes so far, to be honest with you. And in fact, what turns out,
you do need a new cooler.
We'll talk about what happens at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think I would have preferred their prize.
Yes, the temple run it's just a big temple, the whole bunch of rooms.
Yep.
Each room has some sort of a puzzle that they need to do or an activity.
And possibly a trap by the temple guardians.
A temple guard may jump out at you.
Yes.
So you have 4 minutes to do the 600 rooms that they explained.
There's never enough time to do any of it.
Dude, it just kept going. It felt like it was like an SNL skit where it was like, and then you go into the room of gelatin where there's jello all over the floor. And then you go past the room of Danny DeVito mirrors where every mirror makes you look like Danny DeVito.
And fat. Oh.
Yeah. And then you climb the ladder into the room of cotton candy where you have to eat your way out. Watch out for those mealworms.
They dump them on them.
Yeah. So it was, dude, it just kept going. It's like Sarah Jessica Parker's shoe closet.
Oh!
It just happens to be her shoe closet.
The temple guardian was running out.
It's her.
Special guest appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So, but yeah, they go through it. They do it. Well, technically they don't do it. They don't make it to the end.
They don't even make it. They don't even make it halfway point.
Yeah,
the 4 minutes, and I remembered this watching this. It's never enough time. The people, I think, how long was the show on for at Nickelodeon?
Well, it's funny you bring this up. So I did a little. It was 120 episodes.
Okay.
Only 32 teams won the prize.
Okay, yeah, and I think I tuned in for about 2 of those.
Yeah.
Because I never saw a team win.
Yeah, so this was very similar.
Yeah.
They really botched that shit up terribly and leave with $2,000.
Yes, which I was thinking at the end. Yeah, $2,000. I think everybody got the damn scooters probably about the same price.
Yeah.
After the taxes coming out of the.
Exactly. Now, do they get $2,000 each or just total?
I think total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is their big break.
You know, I mean, whatever. You go, Gray.
Yes. All right. Well, that was it. That was the entirety of the first episode. It felt way longer than our description.
Yeah.
Like it went on forever.
And it's really because I think there are so many intricate components to every challenge, and they just ad nauseam. Like every time you watch this now, from now on, they're gonna do the same thing. It's 45 minutes, and literally 38 of that is them talking.
Yeah, well, you gotta explain if you're into like Mayan lore and stuff, maybe it'd be exciting.
I do have to say that was probably the one thing I actually liked about it was
the story,
because I did kind of learn a little bit about Mayan gods, and I had no idea about the story about
and how to pronounce things.
Yeah, Ishbalanque. Yeah. That's a not Jablanque like they say in Smite. But yeah, which is a game if you don't know that. But yes, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, let's do our rating right now. What are you gonna say?
I mean, I'd watch it if you want to, but I'm not going to suggest it ever.
No, if it's like something like you don't really want to pay attention to anything, you just want to put it on in the background, it might be the perfect show for that. Even then, it's a little like, there's just so much exposition and explanation. You're right. Like, you really have to be in the mood for that. Because, I didn't understand anything that was happening half the time.
You know, I have to tell you, I'm going to just be upfront with you. I think that I waited a long time and I'm a little disappointed in it. I think I really built it up in my head what it's going to be like.
I agree. I agree with you. I'm a little disappointed, too. Yeah. Like, the host is no Kirk Fogg.
No.
The previous
one. And again,
one.
you know, she was smiley. She was nice, upbeat. I just didn't connect with her, and I felt like she was just trying to be smiley and nice and upbeat, but not really genuine.
No, she was annoying. I found her very annoying. Very annoying.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, and then like the missions, what do you call them? The things that they had to do.
Challenges?
They had no heart. It was just like silly, like a bunch of people like, okay, here's a bunch of sticks. Figure out what you could do with them.
Yeah. Pull it out of this chicken wire.
Yeah.
And try to figure this. I mean, the props were so low budget. You could tell they spent all the money on the Olmec and the Hidden Temple.
Yeah,
and everything
the temple
else
was cool.
Super cool looking.
That was the best part for me. Like, you go through, it felt like
it was always
you're playing
part
like
as a kid too.
Yes. Like you're playing like a video game where you have to go in each one of these rooms and like solve your way out.
Figure
and then
the puzzle out. What doors open, what doors not. So, I mean, I did like that part. But again, there was literally 2 minutes in the entire show. Well, 4 minutes. But we didn't even see the whole thing of the 4 minutes. I don't think, did we? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, who cares? Moving on. Let's go back to a golden era of Nickelodeon games and sports.
Yes.
Now, we've talked about it on this show. We've talked about it just in our regular lives about all the great shows that were on Nickelodeon. Like the game shows, the
everything
content
was amazing at one point in time.
Exactly. But they found their niche with these games and sports. In fact, there was an entire cable channel dedicated to just playing Nickelodeon games and sports. Nick Gas, and I was just watching it.
Amazing,
like, till 4 a.m.
So good. But look, probably past the time when we should have been, but we were still.
Yeah, it was fun to like go back and it was just like make fun of like the little kids falling down. Yeah. Just falling off the aggro crag.
Yes, that's right, over the Moat.
Yeah, it was the best. But we wanted to talk about those shows, the ones we grew up with, the ones that we loved, and just give our kind of ranking on them.
Yeah.
So let's go through them. The first one, the big one, the one everybody knows.
It's got to be Double Dare. That's what I remember the most.
It is Double Dare. Yeah. Now there have been 4 versions of Double Dare.
Really?
There's regular Double Dare, Super Sloppy Double Dare, Family Double Dare, and Double Dare 2000. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about Double Dare? Speaking of that, Mark Summer and Robin, who was the co-host who would like set things up, and she wasn't really a co-host. She was kind of the woman who you saw behind the scenes who would do things.
Okay.
My friend Christina, I think she was going. I don't remember where she was going, but was on a plane once, and she's kind of fancy, so she was in first class.
Wow.
And so was Mark Summers. But at the end of the trip, she also saw him meet up with Robin, who was in the back and coach.
Yeah, of course she was in the coach, dude. She's like a stagehand.
You agree with this? So you're saying like the talent gets to sit up front and Robin gets to sit
absolutely. If she could have paid for her own ticket.
No.
Yeah, maybe. But she's lucky that she's
riding the coattails of Mark Summers.
Coattails, yeah.
Riding coach on the coattails.
Yeah.
All right. So your team Mark. Anyway, I thought that was a little bit of a scuzzball move.
Mark Summers could do no wrong.
All right. Let's keep going. Yeah.
So this show ran from 1986 to 1993. And then it came back in 2000.
Okay.
And then it came back briefly in 2018 for one season.
Are we thinking this is going to be a repeat with Legend of the Hidden Temple?
I mean, they tried it a couple of years ago, so that didn't seem to go very well. So that's probably the future of Legends.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
But yeah, Mark Summers was the host. Jason Harris in 2000, and then Liza Koshy was
Liza in that ill-fated season in 2018.
At one point, it was the most watched original daily program on cable.
Wow.
And so basically the premise for that was there were like trivia questions they had to answer, and then if you didn't know, you could dare the other team for double the points.
Yeah.
But they could also double dare.
Yeah.
And then you had to either answer.
Right? Oh yeah.
Or say physical challenge. Physical challenge. We're going to do the physical challenge.
Let's do it.
And that was always just some like messy thing. You had to fill water past the line.
You put like your hands in giant rubber gloves and you have to try to find the fish that's in the water with gel with flying in your face.
My favorite was the pies in the pants, where they had the big pants and they had to catch the whipped cream pies.
Yes. You threw them and they had
They had like a catapult that would like launch them. That
There was one with like water, right, too, and you know, like fill up the water thing or something. Like I remember then they would always slip on it, trying to like get to like the water.
Yes, everybody's like slipping.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So yeah, and then the winner of those rounds got to go on to the end, the big obstacle course, where you had to find the flag. Was always like the it was always just infuriating.
It was, you know, I love that because I love mini golf. So to me, that was like a human mini golf. You always have these weird little things, you know, slide down the thing. There'd be like a windmill that hits you in the ass as you're crawling through it.
Yeah, the giant nose you have to pick through the snot.
Yes.
Just like mini golf.
I guess that's not mini golf, but you might hit through a nose or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
But yeah, it was always so frustrating when they like pulled the flag. You see it like on the ground over here, and they're like looking for this.
God, I know.
And they're
Remember
like
the
so
ringer?
close.
They got to the ringer. They smooshed that one thing, and I was a little bit of a chubby kid.
Crank it out or
yes,
whatever.
and I was like, "Would I fit the ringer as a chub ups?" You know, would we lose because I kicked my
just
body through there?
How embarrassing would it be if you're on television and you're stuck in the ringer where your ass and your legs are sticking out. They're stuck.
You know, we had like, what is that? Like 3 prizes. We'll get up to like the stereo system.
You won't even get the BMX bike.
No, exactly.
Or not even the trip to space camp.
Oh, well, you know that's always a grand one. Oh,
That was
I always wanted that.
That was always the best one.
Although, wasn't there like a Toys R Us like shopping spree too sometimes? Which I sometimes wanted that one too.
I always like envisioned. I planned my shopping spree in my mind, like for the time that I would get the
because wasn't like a
spree.
5-minute like unlimited spree at Toys R Us or something? You could just pick anything in 5 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Because I was like, I'll get a Nintendo Entertainment System, Super NES,
getting all the games.
Yeah.
So I always wanted like a Power Wheels.
I never had one of those either. I did want one of those too. The ones like the trucks that like moved.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I know.
All
right, next, let's talk about Legends of the Hidden Temple. I'd say that's one of the other big ones. This ran from 93 to 95 for 120 episodes.
So not that long, but I feel like it was also a huge...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. It feels like it was like such a big part of your childhood.
Yeah, like almost as much double there in my mind. Yeah, okay.
So this had Kirk Fogg as the host, and he was, he dressed up like that. The lady did too. Like, not as bad though. His was just like khakis.
Yeah. Hers was like a modern day version of it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. So this one had 6 teams of 2, and they were kids.
Started with 6 teams, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Red jaguars, blue barracudas, green monkeys, orange iguanas, purple parrots, and the silver snakes.
And that was the cursed one.
Yeah.
No one ever did well as the silver snakes.
And basically, it was the same idea as we just described now, except with kids, and with a much smaller budget, I would say.
Like instead of the actual in-ground, like they had like a pool they swam in.
Yeah.
Instead of like this one was actually like a pond or something.
Yeah.
Like this was just all physical set.
Inflatables.
Yeah. That was literally at some backlot of Nickelodeon's backlot studio in Universal Studios.
Yeah. But did you know that there was a Legends of the Hidden Temple movie that came out in 2016? No. Yeah, I found this out. It was why
didn't we review that for this?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it only aired on Nickelodeon.
So this movie was direct to TV.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon.
But it was like it was just like a live action. Not live action. It was live action, but it was like just like a story of like 3 kids like going through the hidden temple.
Okay.
It was like just a movie version of the show.
Got it. Okay.
So I don't know.
So like kind of like a little Indiana Jonesy.
Yes, that's what I think.
I mean, that's what I think I actually liked about the original one to begin with. Mm-hmm. It had that vibe to it.
Yeah, it was once described as Mayan Jeopardy meets Indiana Jones.
Yeah, totally. And with kids in it, you gravitated towards it, so it's just kind of fun to be like, oh, that's me too. I can be cool too.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about Figure It Out.
Okay.
This aired from 97 and 99, and then it came back in 2012. 233 episodes.
Wait a minute. Is this one with Lori Beth Demler?
This is. Summer Sanders, the host. And it had a panel of celebrities.
People were in it.
Trying to determine what a kid's special skill or achievement was.
That's right.
And they could only ask yes or no questions. Mm-hmm. And they had to figure it out. You had to figure it out.
This show broke my heart because I was older at this time. Mm-hmm. I think I was an older teen, and I remember watching this, and I felt so bad for the young, because these kids were really young, and the guest panelists would almost always figure it out.
Yeah.
And, the kids were so excited. And
they would give them clues, too.
Yeah.
So
and then they would, And like it broke the little kids' hearts. Like,
know.
I'm sorry,
But
Mikey. They figured it
but
out.
then they got to perform their act
They did.
afterwards. And it
That's
was
true.
like, oh, Mikey, what can you do? And he's just
I can put a tarantula in my lips.
yeah. Oh, Mikey. And it was just like fucking Danny Tamborelli that figures it out. It's like, oh, he can put a tarantula in his lips. And Lori Beth Denbler is like, oh, I was going to guess that.
Hey.
And Amanda Bynes is like,
I just want my next fix.
yeah. I mean, she was normal then.
Oh, she was at that point
Yeah.
in time. Okay.
So yeah, every round that their achievement or skill wasn't guessed, the kid got like another prize.
Yes,
So like
yes.
the longer you went, the bigger the prizes
Yes,
got. And
yes.
like you said, it was always like a first round. The kid gets like a $20 gift certificate for the ground round.
Loved the ground round. Yes.
Yeah.
Although
So-
they get food poisoning there once.
Yeah, so the big ones were the All That cast, like the cast from the show, the All That. So Amanda Bynes, Lori Beth Denberg. So she was on 115 of the episodes, and Danny Tamborelli was on 96.
Okay.
And then they had like Michael Malley on, and like cartoon. They would like superimpose like cartoon characters on there at one point. Yeah, like
They couldn't get anyone
Skeeter.
else. They put Skeeter. Oh my god, yes.
All right.
Amazing. All right, cool,
Let's talk about the other big one, Guts.
Oh, Guts. Wait, there's other ones though too. There's got to be other ones.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But
Because
Guts,
I mean, Guts was not one of my. I mean, I liked Guts, but you know, I wasn't a big physical fitness guy, so Guts intimidated me.
Ooh, Guts was, in my opinion, one of the best ones. So
I mean, I liked the aggro Craig.
yes.
Yeah.
This ran from 92 to 95, total of 160 episodes, hosted by Mike O'Malley
And of course,
Moira Quirk, the best tandem to ever host anything.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
And in this one, it was 3 contestants.
Do you think that Moira sat in first class, or do you think she was relegated to the back too? I think she pulled her own weight. I think she was in first class.
She was definitely first
Right?
class. Yeah, she was the heart of that show.
Yeah, she was.
She really knew how to wear those stripes.
Exactly. All right, back to you, Mo.
So yeah, this one was 3 contestants, and they would just do like you said, physical challenges. It was always like extreme versions of sports where it was like they had to shoot a basketball, but like on like this big rope pulley system.
Yeah.
Like,
They jumped up and tried to do it like on a pulley.
They had to like run, and there was like an elastic band like pulling them back. So it was always like stuff like that. But it was always like the jocks that were out there doing it.
Yep. And I'm like, oh god, I could never do this.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, no,
I couldn't
I
even
would
run around
watch
my gym.
it.
Like when we had to run around for like a physical fitness like day
Yeah.
at school. Oh god, I would never. Although a lot of people in my class would do the like. I ran 4 times around the track, or but they only ran 3 times around the track, 3/4 of a mile. I would always do the full mile.
Really?
But it
I
would take me
never
like
would.
20 minutes to do it.
Yeah, I would always be like, I
do
did
the-
it already.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday.
I'm sure you did.
But yeah, this one had 5 events. The 5th event was the aggro Craig. So this was just like a...
And how did this work too? Like you got more seconds in it, right? If you did better in the challenges, is that how that was?
I believe so.
I think you had more time to complete the aggro Craig
Yes.
or something. Or you left faster. There was some bonus.
Exactly,
'Cause
yes.
Everybody competed.
Yeah, the first team got to go, or the highest points got to go first,
Yes.
and then second, and then
And it was
third.
whoever made it up the top first
Yes.
one. So
But
you
by
wanted to do
hitting
better.
all of your actuators. You got to make sure you hit the actuators.
Because sometimes you didn't do that.
Yes, and then you
had
get
to go back
docked
down.
points.
Yeah.
If you hit someone else's actuator, it was like immediate disqualification.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Harsh.
So yeah, that was another little piece of trivia. This became there was a Super Nintendo game, Guts Super Nintendo game.
Wow, I didn't
never
know that
played
either.
it.
No, me neither.
We gotta go seek it out.
Is that going to be a part of the new? Oh no, that's not Super Nintendo. On the Switch's new system, how we can go play some of the old-fashioned games.
That might already be on there because they already have SNES.
That's right, they
games.
do.
All right, next up, let's talk about Finders Keepers.
Yes,
This
that's a
ran from
good one.
87, 89, 195 episodes.
They really jammed those ones in there.
They really do. Every time I'm like, this ran for 1 year, 278 episodes. It's like, what? This is crazy.
Seriously.
But yeah, this one was, we were just like
Yeah.
watching a video of this one.
Yeah.
2 rounds. The first round, they have to find hidden objects in a picture. Mm-hmm. And then the second round, they have to go run through rooms and like ransack the rooms to try to find things.
Yes. Now, how much trouble did you get in as a kid recreating this? Because I got into a lot of trouble.
No, I didn't ever.
You did?
No, I was terrified.
Oh my god. My parents were so mad. I did it at my friend's
bet.
house. I did it at our house.
Really? What were you hiding? What was
Like
the
a,
object?
like a key or something.
Oh,
We'd
okay.
hide something, and then we'd just go in the living room and just tear the pillows off and run around. It was amazing looking at the plants.
Yeah.
We got into a lot of trouble, but Finders Keepers was so much fun.
Yeah, it was interesting. So yeah, they had to do this, and they have to every time that they found an object in the hidden picture, they got a chance to go to another room and find the object.
Yes.
And every object would get more stuff. So that was there was 2 rounds. They did that for the first round, and then the second round they just do it again. Except now the prizes are doubled. So, but now,
remember.
and then there were like instant prize rooms. So if you go in a room, it's like ding 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 ding, you win $20. Because
You get that Walkman, the Walkman Deluxe with your CD player, anti-skip.
And then the team that got the highest points goes on to the final, the room-to-room romp.
Oh,
and this you get 90 seconds. You got to go through 6 rooms, find the 6 items,
again,
follow the clues.
Pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
Pretty much impossible. I think this one people won slightly more often than the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, I think so too. But there was, the things were small.
Yeah.
And the rooms were large.
Big. I remember and sometimes it was like, in the cupboard, in one of the cereal boxes in the cupboard. So you literally had to take like everything out and apart.
And I remember them always being in was there like a hamper or something with clothes in it?
And it was like attached like inside half of a pocket.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now I want to reenact the thing like you did when you were a kid.
It was amazing.
Now that I'm an adult, I could do that in my own house.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, with your son, he'll love that.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Don't tell your wife.
Throw everything everywhere. All right, next up, another favorite of mine, Nick Arcade.
Oh.
This ran for
forgot about that.
2 seasons, 6,030 episodes. That's only had 84 episodes in its 2 seasons.
This one was pretty sophisticated, technologically wise.
Sophisticated.
So, they probably had to reset, reboot, get a new game in there. I can't imagine how this was done.
A lot of research went into this
Yeah.
one. This one was hosted by Phil Moore.
The science guy.
2 teams of 2, and to start, they would have to face off in a video game to determine who wins.
Remember this guy? So they're like
no, that's the end thing.
Well, in the beginning, they did it too.
No,
they were trying to do it. They would duck, and then they get hit as it hit them. And it's they can't see where the duck when it's moving.
That was only the end thing.
It was amazing.
Really? That's the only thing you remember? Yeah, it was just the end.
I thought it was in the beginning too.
No, in the beginning they just played
they're playing the games.
Yeah, they play the games.
Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, and those were games that the show created.
Yeah.
They weren't even real games.
It wasn't like Mr. Diggs or
for control of Mikey, Mikey the adventurer.
Yes.
So yeah, you control Mikey, you put him on these squares. Behind each square is prizes or points or all this shit.
Oh my god, that game was so good.
Yeah, and then you have to go to the next thing, and then you have to play video games to get the high score.
Yeah.
So then they'd have Sonic the Hedgehog or
See, I think I could have won this one.
Yeah.
Like this one was where you were watching Guts because you were such the athlete.
Jock.
Yeah, the jock.
Yeah, you were nerding out on these video games. Bonks Revenge.
Oh, I love that game too. By the way, yeah.
So they always had games that I always wanted because I didn't have a Sega. We always had Sega games and TurboGrafx games.
They did. Yes, I remember they Altered Beast a couple of times. Loved that one. I used to play that. I used to go to bowling just to play the video games. Did I tell you this story before?
You did.
On this podcast, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, and then the winning team goes on to the final thing, and that's what you were describing,
right?
So it's
I was describing that pretty well.
You did. You did a great job with this.
Right?
Immediately, you know what this is. And the duck.
And they're ducking. Because I remember the thing would move.
Yeah.
But they didn't know where they were in the space.
No, because they're just watching. So it's a blue screen thing, and they're in this room that's probably has no descriptors on it on a beam, and they have to watch a small screen and see what they're doing on this small screen. Another one was the hardest ending thing ever. It looked so awkward.
They had to jump over it.
Just think about being there and there's things coming at you, but you don't know because you have to watch on a small CRT television over in the corner what's going to come at you.
You're right. It's got the cathode ray tubes. It's flickering back and forth.
Dude, it looked impossible.
See though. These are the things, though, that got us through. I mean, these days, kids got their iPads, but we...
Yeah, well, and this one, they thought there was some sort of, some love that might bring it back, because in 2015, they started a Kickstarter. It did not meet its goal of $350,000.
Oh,
Yeah. And another little piece of trivia: Joey Fatone was a contestant. Did not get to the video game thing.
Is this? Oh, wow. That's when he was probably before NSYNC, right? Because he was down in Florida. They're trying to like whore him out to the highest bidder.
I think it was like 10. So
that makes sense, though. But yeah, I mean, that because the other ones are always starting to do the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
He never made it into that. So his parents
Exactly.
were like, what else can we do? So let's get him to Nickelodeon and at least get some money from this kid.
Yeah, they tried to his big break.
Yeah.
To win $10,000 and
Take half of it.
Probably not even $10,000. Probably like $1,000.
It's probably like Space Camp, dude.
Yeah. Ooh, that's true. You could sell that for like $100.
Did you want to go to Space Camp?
Yes. Who didn't want to go to space camp?
Well,
No.
I did.
Just to eat astronaut ice cream.
But then I was afraid, and I'm going to tell you this, that they would make us wear like this astronaut suits and we have to pee and poop in them. And I was nervous as that as a kid because I didn't want that to have to happen because I thought it'd be awkward. I don't think they really make you do that though, right? Like the real astronauts.
Should we go?
These are the fears I had.
Should we go to space camp to find out? Excuse me, when do we have to pee and poop in our outfits?
That was one of my fears at Space Camp is that we have to do that. And I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. As if there was
That's
ever a realm of
amazing.
possibility, I would go to Space Camp and worry about that.
Amazing. All right.
Yeah.
Another big one was Get the Picture. This was in 1991, 115 episodes. This was Mike O'Malley before Guts. And this was 2 teams of 2, and there was these
we talked about this one
16,
briefly.
16 monitors on a wall, and each picture forms like a
bigger part of the puzzle. Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
Yes, and they have to figure out what the picture is
Yep.
and connect the dots and all this stuff. Power surges to get instant prizes.
Power surge.
And yeah, so the end thing of that was they have to memorize what's on these 9 squares, and then Michael O'Malley says a clue and was like, "We're looking for a man who has a hat." And it's
Zorro!
like, number 9.
Oh.
The front number 9.
Yeah. Got it.
So yeah, that one.
Only a year though, huh? So like you said,
Yeah,
that was only
that was
600
only a year.
episodes?
115
115,
episodes
okay.
in a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not
They
bad.
really churn these things out. But yeah, so that one, I remember it fondly when we watched a little snippet of it. But like other than that, I don't know. Like
It's
it doesn't.
really- yeah.
It didn't like really have a lot of action.
Yeah.
And then the last one, Think Fast. This went from 89 to 90, 110 episodes.
Yep. I remember
this
the
one
name.
we just watched the end of this one too because we had to get familiar with it. 2 teams of 2,
Oh.
like competing like just a ton of events.
Yes.
There was 32 different events that they did.
Yeah.
All different kinds of stuff.
Ridiculous.
Really weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then the winner of those goes to the locker room
Yes.
thing. And there were 15 lockers set up and costume
Right,
people
right.
inside of them.
Yep.
And they have to match up the costume
Like the
people.
the high school mean high school teacher to the mean high school teacher, the
Yeah.
crazy scientist, the craziest scientist.
Yeah,
but
it's like a memory game.
yeah. But basically, the kids run and open like all the lockers up at the same time because they're
Yeah.
going like crazy, and then all the people just come running out and just
was-
scream and shoot
it was
like confetti
terrifying.
and
Yeah.
toilet paper.
It
And I'm
was
like,
terrifying.
I can't even figure out what I'm supposed to be watching. Like what am I matching? Because I just
Yeah.
see so much happening. I don't know. But
Yeah, and then that was it. Some other ones that we didn't know was
Yeah.
You're On. That was like a candid camera style show.
Okay.
What Would You Do? Another like hidden camera show with audience participation, and Wild and Crazy Kids, which sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Don't know what it was.
no, I don't. Those wild and crazy kids.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's pick. What were your top 3 in this era of Nickelodeon? What's your number 3?
I Double Dare.
Double Dare is your number 3.
Yeah.
I think Double Dare. No, I'm gonna go with Nick Arcade for my number 3. I really like that one. What about number 2 for you?
I'm gonna go Nick Arcade.
Nick Arcade. Okay, and for me, I'm gonna say that is Guts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my number 2.
Yeah.
And so, what was your favorite then of all?
Finders
these?
Keepers.
It was Finders
Yeah.
Keepers. Yeah, that's amazing. I wish you would have been on the show, dude. You were at home practicing, and you never got your big break.
I mean, that was when we had, but there was a series of shows during this time period that I really loved how you were part of the like they created these small scenes and sets, right? Like there was Supermarket Sweep. Do you remember that one?
Yep, loved
You would
it.
just go and also destroy the supermarket.
Yes.
You can see there's a theme in the
Dude,
one
I had that
liked.
one all planned out too.
Oh my God,
You always
right?
go for the turkeys.
You gotta go. Yes, exactly. You get the hams, the turkeys. Oh my God, yeah. And then the other one I love too. There was something I think it was called like Mall something. You would like go to the mall and like it was not Mall Madness like the game. But you would go, there was these mall things, and it'd be like, there's a sale, someone, and you would run up around. I guess it wasn't.
I remember that.
Right? And you would like go and like there's like cutlery. I don't remember how it went, but you had to like pick up like the most expensive prices at the mall, and like if they added over a certain amount of money, you got all the prizes.
That is vaguely familiar. We
I
have to look
loved
that
it.
up.
I don't remember what it was called. Those were more like adult TV show, adult games, but they were still that same genre of
Exactly. just running around,
just being crazy,
just shopping.
Yeah, you're right. I guess shopping and just causing mayhem.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
And my number one is Double Dare.
That was your number one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Loved it. Classic, fond memories. I always wanted like to do the family Double Dare with the whole fam on there.
Yep. Now, did you ever think like what are some of your like childhood kid friends you would have brought with you on that too if you could?
Yeah, I don't know if I had any.
No.
It was just
the family.
Just
the family
that's
Double
why I
Dare.
had to do the family Double Dare.
Yep.
Listen.
Well, I think they kind of set you up with a rando anyway.
Yeah, maybe I could have had a friend when I was a kid then.
That was one thing that I remember watching when we watched these as an adult, or later on I was watching them in college on Nick Gas, laughing because sometimes you could easily tell the kids hated each other, and like one of them would answer it and was like totally dumb, and the other one was like, oh.
Yeah, I watched an episode of Nick Arcade recently, and it was exactly that. You could tell they were just paired up, and then they were just like, one girl kept rolling her eyes at the one kid who didn't know the answers.
Yes. So awkward. Yeah. I love it. All right, cool. Yeah, Double Dare was great. Fantastic.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I just loved, because it was the perfect balance of trivia and physical challenges.
And fun.
And slime.
It was fun. Exactly.
Who doesn't
so
love
messy.
Slime?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I, like you said, I always wanted to be, I loved that last competition when they had to go and try to find the flags and everything. So much fun.
It was a lot of fun. All right. That is our Nickelodeon extravaganza.
That was a fun little trip to memory lane.
It really was.
A lot more fun than the episode of
It really was. It really was.
Honest.
You can see that Hidden Temple didn't make it on either our top 3 lists either.
It didn't. I mean, that probably would have been 4 for me, to be honest with you, because I did like the
my
temple
top
part.
5 out of 7.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Go. If you're listening to this on Apple, Spotify, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also give us a rating on Apple Podcasts. Also, if you're listening to this, go to YouTube, check us out, Pop Culture Playground. You can see what we look like. Check out First Step Central.
If you're not looking at us and,
you're not liking. You're not.
You'll be liking more. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so click on it, give us 5 stars because we've earned it, because I put on some, some face products today.
Oh, you did? I could tell.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah. Because it's getting a little cooler out, actually, so my skin was starting to peel. Just to let you all know. So, put the lotion on. You're welcome.
All right. Also, check out all our socials, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, First Steps Podcast on all of those. And, that's it. We will see you back here next week with another brand new streaming television series and First Steps.
Wow. Bye.
Wow. Let's do it again.
A slap.
Ready?